Hello, world. This is CuzTheInternet podcast. I'm your host, Trey.
And I'm Zay.
Now let's get into it.
If somebody paid your wife $1,000 for a picture of her feet, would you allow her to do it?
No, I definitely would not
Why do you
allow.
say no?
I cannot have any man um sexualizing my wife. Like, nah, it mentally, it's not okay with me. It cheapens me allowing another man to pay my wife for something, any type of sexual thought. Like, I personally couldn't do it, and that might just be stupid and ignorant of me, because I'm sure there's millions of dudes that might be okay with that. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't look myself in the mirror. I couldn't look at her in the eyes and be like, yeah, kind of weak, bruh. I wouldn't consider myself a man after that, yo. Whether I gotta go out and hustle and work 10 jobs to get $1,000, we gonna make it. We ain't taking no $1,000 for no pictures of your feet to let another man enjoy my wife. Ain't happening. Sorry, but that's
Okay.
just go ahead.
Suppose she's somebody already offered it to her. She said yes, sent the pictures, got the money. What happens then?
Oh man, I think, see, that's the messed up part, because if that already happened, I think that my wife already knows how I am. So I believe I would take it extremely, because I would think that she consciously made that decision knowing my reaction. So it would be difficult for me to trust her at that point. So I would probably, I don't know if I could stay with her. It sounds petty and I love my wife, but I don't know if I could stay with her because you took money from another man. Um, yeah, you took it for something in my mind he perceived as being sexual. So you
Suppose it
cheapened
wasn't a
yourself.
sexual thing. Suppose he was just an avid collector of shoes and feet. He just liked feet. It's not something he fetishes about, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, I love feet so much." Like none of that.
I'll,
It was
I'll,
just.
I'll put it this way. If
Mm,
a woman came up to me tomorrow and said, I'll
mm.
pay you $1,000 to take pictures of you with your shirt off, I would call my wife first. I would give her that much respect. And if she said, no, you better not, I would not do it. And that's just what I think marriage is and a healthy relationship is. Like,
Mm.
you are not just thinking about yourself. You have to think about your partner in decisions, especially decisions that you think can, whether you think that it's foolish or not, but if you think that there's even an inch or an inkling of a possibility of it affecting them, you do try to figure it out. And if the person says no, you respect it. That's how I see it. That's my views on it. But
Okay,
again,
but hold on. A picture, take pictures of you topless is different from say she
I'm a
wants to take
dude.
pictures of your hands.
I'm a dude. I'm
She
at
want,
the basketball court. Like, I might be with my shirt off shooting at the basketball court any day. So
oh,
it's not that serious. But if a
exactly.
woman specifically comes to me and says, "Hey, I'll give you $1,000 to take pictures," I would definitely call my wife and let her know what the situation is. And if she said it's a no go, it's a no go.
Okay, you're playing ball
Mm,
with your people.
mm,
Shirts versus skins.
yeah,
Okay, and the photographer comes. He's like, "Hey, can I take a picture of you guys playing ball?"
yeah.
Okay, so you sure? I'll pay you guys $1,000. All right, sure.
That's a
And it's one of
little.
those things where she's
It's
just
like,
zooming in on you, like, okay, she's getting all the pictures.
yeah,
Same thing with your
yeah.
wife. If she goes to the beach with her girls, someone's
Mm,
like, oh, hey, can I take a picture of you guys? I'm a photographer. And you just
mm.
take pictures of their feet. I mean, it's
Right.
something that you're
Oh,
going to show anyway. So, I mean, I don't understand why there's an issue with getting paid for showing it.
see, I get what you're saying, but it's like you're moving the goalposts. It's like
Yeah.
there's different scenarios. It's like the first scenario, like hell no, hell no. And then what happens if you're about to die, right? And then someone has to give you millions. Like, I get.
And then he kisses you on the mouth. They go, whoa, what are you talking about?
Remember, I said it was a girl. I said it was a girl. But
High pitch voice. I said it was a girl. I said it was a girl.
but I'm just saying, I get what you're saying. It's just,
Yeah.
if any type of sex, if it can be sexualized, I'm very much not into it. If it's, yeah, that's how I see it. I definitely would just have to be comfortable with it. to allow something to happen. But if it was any inkling of, hey, I'm into feet, do you mind? I'm just saying, I'll pay you $1,000. Yeah, boy, if you don't get it, I'll punch you right in his face. I give him that Takashi hit.
The one he deserves.
Yeah.
But okay. So you said if somebody asked her if she just took it anyways, you'd be upset because you feel like it's going behind your back.
Yeah.
You said if somebody approaches you, says, "Can I?" You call her to ask her.
Yeah, because I think I would see it a little differently, but I wouldn't blame her if she didn't see it differently. I
Okay, hold
would,
on. How do you see it differently?
because
You topless is different from her without shoes on. So I can understand if you said right off the rip, no, no, thank you,
I would
because
I would say no thank you.
okay,
Okay? I would. I'm just telling you how I would at least appreciate her approaching the situation as well. Like if she would call me and be like, "Hey, this random guy just said he'd pay me $1,000 to just take a picture of my foot." Like, so I'm just saying, if
mm-hmm,
she was entertaining or even thought twice about it, I would appreciate the call, and then whatever I would say would be how it would go. And I'm just saying, I would grant her the same respect if I would randomly, if we're shooting basketball at the court, and then
mm-hmm,
like you just said, shirts versus skins, a bunch of pictures, then randomly she's like, okay, I want to take pictures of you by yourself but with your shirt off. I would be like, I don't know about that. And
mm-hmm.
I would try to grant that much respect to my wife as well. So now you,
Yeah,
all the same questions.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
So to be fair,
Yeah.
if somebody approached my girl and was like, "Hey, I want to take pictures of your feet. I'll pay you $1,000." If she does it, cool.
Mm-hmm.
If she doesn't do it, that's cool too. Like,
Okay.
I mean, they're your feet. It's cool. Like, you're not
Mm-hmm.
sending anything else. It's just your feet. So it's not to say
Mm-hmm.
you're sending leg, thigh for him to like. If you're gonna look at her feet and be turned on by her feet, I mean, if she goes outside and she's wearing sandals, you're gonna see them anyways. So if you're gonna give $1,000 for that, give $1,000 for it. I
Some
mean,
dudes
shoot,
have fetishes
I'll show
though.
you my feet too.
Some
Like,
dudes
yo,
have
you're gonna need
fetishes.
two.
Some dudes have fetishes though.
I understand that, but I mean, you like feet are feet. It is what it is. Like, and I get what you're saying. I really do. But if she was comfortably enough saying, "Hey, I'll take it," if
Mm-hmm.
she hit me up and was like, "Hey, what do you think I should do?" That's when I ask, "Do you want to do it?" If
Mm-hmm.
she says, "Yeah," I'm like, "Go for it." If she's like, "No, don't do it." I mean,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's her decision. I'm not gonna tell her, "Yeah, go for it," or "No, don't do it," because I mean, it's you. I mean, if somebody came up to me and was like, "Hey, can I take a picture with your, without a shirt on?" I'd be like, "No." I wouldn't even question that. I wouldn't even go to her and ask her because she might be like, "Well, for $1,000, why not?" And I'd be like, "No, it's
Mm-hmm.
stupid. Like, why? We don't need it." But
And so
I
I
know, and
get
that's
you.
why I said I understand what you're saying. But I, I mean, with her particularly, I wouldn't fight it. It is what
Yeah.
it is.
I don't know. I don't knock it. It's just, and that's why I just have certain ways I think. I can't hold that on to everybody else. So I'm not knocking you for the way you think either. It's just I'm not
Hmm.
I'm just not into, especially money.
Yeah.
I hate money. So I find it demeaning when somebody throws money at something, especially sexual. Even though this might not have been sexual, but if it is sexual, like if it's not for a shoe magazine, if someone's just like, yo,
Yeah.
you have amazing feet, I publish a shoe magazine, I'll give you sign a contract. If it's on the up and up, respectable, it's like, okay, we could talk about it. But if this is just like a creepy old dude, like, oh, I'll give you $1,000, I find that so demeaning and
Hmm.
disrespectful. Like I couldn't wrap my mind around it personally. No.
Yeah. No, no, no. I get it. Like, okay,
Mhm.
it's like Flavor Flav and Morris Chestnut.
Mhm.
If Flavor Flav walked up to a random girl and was like, "Hey, I'd like to take you out and take you home," ill, get out of here.
Mhm.
Morris Chestnut walks up to the same girl. "I'd like to take you out and take you home." I mean, she might say no, but it's going to be a different reaction. It's not going to
Yeah.
be like, "Ill, get out." Like, so if it's
Mhm.
a younger, good-looking person, like And they don't even have to be.
To me, it's not about the younger, good looking.
Hold on,
It's
no. Hear me out. Hear
okay.
me out. If it's a younger, good-looking person,
Mm-hmm.
they may not even have a portfolio or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be more inclined to be like, okay, sure. Than if it was a creepy old man
Mm-hmm.
and he shows you all the work he's done, shows you all the stuff he's done. It's still be like, no, I wouldn't do it. So it's one of those things where it's like,
no, I get you, but I get exactly what you're saying, because I do think stuff like that definitely persuade or swayed what you call
sways your
it,
decision.
sways your decision. But I'm just saying more as if the person came with like a full contract portfolio, like this is what we do. Have you ever heard of this? And I'd be like, oh snap, yeah. They're like, yeah. That is totally different from some dude just like, hey, I've been watching you from over there. I'll give you $1,000. Like that's different. Like,
but even if, okay, hear me out. If it's a like 50 Shades of Grey. I know you've heard about it, how he does all this stuff with the girl, like S&M and all types of stuff. Okay. Because he's a young, good-looking, attractive man.
How many? Wait. What else do you think about him? No, you're just going on young, good-looking, attractive. Is he smart?
I've never watched the movie, so I don't know he's smart. I'm just going by.
I just want to know. Seen. Oh, what? Okay.
Yeah, what I've seen.
Okay. I got you. I get you.
I'm in touch with my masculinity. I can say whatever
and
I
also
want.
his, I see.
Him in that movie, and people are like, oh my gosh, it was so, and girls fantasize about him and the movie, and same scenario. Man and it's not a good, like, it's like, ugh. So if a good-looking dude, so women's standards, came up to her and was like, hey, I'm a photographer, I'd like to take pictures of your feet, blah, blah. She'd be like, okay, cool. He doesn't necessarily have to show her anything. He'd just say, hey, this is what I do. And it's not to say he comes off like creepy, like, hey, can I, like, it's like, hey, can I, da-da-da.
Can you imitate it again?
Like, hey, can I, but if it's like, say, an older, like, I want to say like a greasy looking old man, like, you know what I'm talking about. And he has a portfolio, he has everything. I'm pretty sure even if he showed all that stuff, they'd still be like, no.
Yeah, and I agree. I agree with that part. But all I'm saying is, for me, my opinion on it wouldn't change. Like, it might, I don't think it would change at all. The younger the dude, I'd be like, yo, man, go find a girlfriend, bro. Like, that's the only difference. But overall, I would not be cool with it.
So I mean, once again, my answer is, hey, if she wants to do it, cool. If she doesn't want to do it, that's cool too. Like,
I'm not mad at it. It's just I am not for. Again, for me, relationships I find are very.
No, I get it.
You know, I'm old school in my exactly, and I'm old school in my way of thinking, and I know it's outdated maybe, but I'm not saying what's good for me is not good, or I'm just saying we both need or should be at a place where we cherish it and can't, especially money. Like I said, I despise money. I don't like money being the reason I make a decision or the reason you. So that's even though that sounds real naive, I just don't enjoy that. I don't appreciate that.
What's the saying? The paycheck is the bribe that they give you to create your dreams.
That makes sense.
And I was like, it really does.
That definitely makes sense. That definitely makes sense.
Yeah. So I understand and I agree with you. I don't like it either, man. There's a lot of things like we were talking about it the other day with having a price, and I'm like, I don't. Like, there's nothing. If I don't want to do it, there's nothing. Well, there are some things, like if you say, like, I'll give you $1 million to play basketball in the middle of the night.
Exactly.
But
extreme stuff, things that go against your morals or principles. Like, no matter the amount of money, I wouldn't do it. And that's the thing. And I agree with you. Because certain people, like, if you can't stand on your morals and principles, man, if you're willing to make a paycheck or money dictate how you're going to live or treat people or what you're willing to do with your life and your body, I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you. A lot of people just don't have standards. A lot of people just don't have a,
moral compass.
Moral compass.
They'll just do anything for anything.
Exactly.